Our next guest is a Grammy Award-winning artist, as well as an Emmy and Tony-nominated actress and composer. You know her from her work on Broadway and Waitress and Into the Woods. She stars in the third season of Girls 5 Eva, which premieres on Netflix March 14th. Let's take a look.
Are you asking your ex-husband to approve what you wear?
Kev has great taste. His pants always match his car.
I don't know. It just seems like a step backwards.
Oh, like the moonwalk? That's the greatest dance move ever. Nice insult, Dawn.
How are you supposed to move on and be your own person if Kev is picking out your clothes every day?
Please welcome back to the show, Sarah Bareilles, everybody! Can you believe it? You're back!
I know.
How are you?
I'm great.
It's been a while since you were here, and when you were here, you did a song from the musical Waitress.
I have not heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
It was very good.
I was just saying backstage that it's much less nerve-wracking to not come out and sing.
Isn't that
Except now
great?
I feel nervous because I'm talking.
But I do always feel bad for, you know, every now and then we do have musical acts, I'll talk to them first, and then they have to go perform.
Yeah.
And, you know, right before a show is not when I want to have a conversation with somebody. So I really, I want to appreciate, let you know I appreciated that you did that.
Thank you.
And
yeah,
now
I
there's
loved
going to
doing
be
it.
a movie of the musical.
There is a movie, there is a film we made of the stage production of Waitress that I'm starring in. And it was in theaters. We had this incredible run in theaters, and it's opening in Australia on the 14th, which is amazing. But yeah, you can stream it, and so we worked really hard, and we...
So I would imagine every time you're on stage, you're a little bit nervous, but then you must have... Was it different the night you knew that it was being filmed for the movie?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. It'd be great if you're like, no, what I do is just boom, boom, boom,
no,
boom.
it's very, it's strange because you just feel observed. Like,
yes, of course.
You're just, things move a little slower in your
Well,
mind.
it's also, I mean, anytime, I think one of the fun things about doing a Broadway show or any sort of live stage show is like, it actually is impermanent.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you realize like, oh, this is the one forever.
Yeah, and things go wrong.
Yeah.
And then they're on film forever. That's great.
Your co-star in that is wonderful actor Joe Tippett.
Yes.
And you guys got engaged. Congratulations.
We did.
Very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we've been together for 8 years.
That's really,
we got engaged last year.
You know.
You do. In a way, you know.
Yeah. And then, again, wonderful guy. I feel bad busting him on this, but he didn't kind of fully nail the engagement.
Oh, I think, yeah. Well, I mean, it was a spontaneous moment.
Okay.
And
You're covering for him. That's really nice.
Yeah, and so in spontaneous times, sometimes you forget little elements, and he did forget the ring. But it was just downstairs in the hotel room.
Okay,
so
good. It wasn't.
He asked me, and I said yes, and then he said, I'll be right back.
Truly spontaneous.
Yeah, really spontaneous.
Congratulations on a third season of Girls 5 Eva. This is such a funny show.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
Well written, such a great cast. And there was an interesting thing with this show where it wasn't guaranteed that there would be a third season.
Right.
And yet you didn't really know you guys were hanging the balance.
No, I'm not, how do you say, clued in certain ways. Yeah, we got to the end of season 2, and I was just like, just taking a while to get revved up for season 3. And then when we were doing press about the show, they're like, how did it feel to know that your show got canceled? I was like, it did? I didn't realize. That feels like so hurtful. Like, we got canceled. But I guess we kind of did get canceled, and then we got resurrected.
Yes, you got resurrected on Netflix.
On Netflix, and now all 3 seasons are available on Netflix. And I love making this show almost more than anything in the world. I just think it is so special.
It's one of your castmates, Paula Pell, is going to be here on Thursday. She's one of our favorite. And one of our writers, the incredibly funny John Lutz, is in the show as well. Here he is, sort of driving your van around. And you guys are very unkind to, as with every show John Lutz has ever been in, people are unkind.
That's right.
That is sort of historically how he is treated.
I feel like Paula Pell says one of her favorite kinds of characters is a lovable loser. And I feel like John Lutz is not a loser in real life. No, he's a winner.
He's a winner.
He's a winner.
He's a big-time winner.
He is a big-time winner, but he sure plays the lovable loser.
He does play the lovable loser well. This is about you guys going on tour, this band that is reunited. And does it bring you back? Did you have sort of on-the-road days early in your career?
Yes,
Yeah.
I had almost only on the road days. There were years of my life where I was on the road for like 9 months out of the year. And I remember on our very first tour, similarly to this, we were doing not a van and trailer, but I thought it was a good idea to rent a 35-foot Cruise America like RV. I was like, oh, you go on tour, I'll save money if I get like a camper that you can't park anywhere and no one wants to sleep in and no one knows how to drive. So we were in Boston, it was the first show, and we went to go pick up the vehicle and I was like, I've never seen anything this big.
Yeah.
And I didn't have, like, you have to have a special license or something, which we didn't have.
Yeah. Also, I will say maybe the
just
worst
drove away.
place to drive a giant thing is
Boston!
Boston. Yeah.
I know it!
I can't believe they even have one of those there. I feel like it should be like, no, you go outside of Boston to get your camper.
That's exactly right. No, it was a terrible idea.
It's very a bit of a coincidence that this happened for you. We had Bowen Yang here yesterday, and he was talking about when he was young, 15 years old, he used to go to Best Buy and perform on the Dance Dance Revolution, or just play it. And he feels like that's where he
I
got
love that he
his
calls it performing.
Yeah. I don't think Bowen does much that's not performing, to his credit. But you actually did a gig in Best Buy.
I sure. Can we all just?
So that's.
That's sweet.
And is that like early?
You know what's a good feeling is when you show a picture of yourself and everyone laughs. That's a good feeling. But I remember feeling like that's a good hat.
Yeah.
I should wear that hat in
I like
public.
that ultimately a lot of choices went into your outfit, and it really doesn't matter
I
that
was
much.
like, if it's in the suitcase, put it on. If it's in the suitcase, put it on. I played everywhere.
Yeah.
I played absolutely everywhere, and I was just trying to sell CDs.
But then I'm sure it worked, right? I mean, I think
sure
that
did.
ultimately there's no bad gig where you don't learn something that you get to take with you.
There are some bad gigs.
Where there's no lessons, nothing learned.
I remember opening for a magician at one point, and I was like, this is no shade to magicians, but I was like, this is a low point.
Yeah, I'm not gonna jump in and be like, no, that's good. That was really bad. This is great though. Thank you so much for being
having
here.
me.
It's always a delight to see you. Sarah Bareilles, everyone, third season of Girls 5 Eva premieres on Netflix this Thursday, March 14th. We'll be right back with James Acaster.